Late one night, Aisha was returning home from a friend's house. The streets were eerily quiet, with only the sound of her footsteps echoing through the empty alleyways. As she hurried along, a sudden chill ran down her spine, and she felt as if someone, or something, was watching her. Glancing over her shoulder, she saw nothing but darkness. But as she turned back, she noticed a faint, shadowy figure at the end of the alley. It stood still, almost blending into the night. Her heart raced, but she convinced herself it was just her imagination and quickened her pace. Suddenly, she heard a whisper, soft yet chilling. "Aisha, come closer." She froze, her breath catching in her throat. The voice was unfamiliar, and it seemed to come from all around her, echoing off the walls. Panicking, Aisha started to run, her footsteps pounding against the pavement. The whispering grew louder, more insistent. "Aisha, don't leave me." She didn't dare look back. She reached her building, fumbling with her keys, and rushed inside, slamming the door behind her. Gasping for breath, she leaned against the door, trying to calm herself. The apartment was silent, but something felt off. The shadows in the room seemed to flicker, shifting unnaturally. She moved towards the light switch, but before she could reach it, the whisper returned, right behind her ear this time. "You can't escape." Terrified, she turned around to see her own shadow stretching across the wall. But it wasn't just her shadow. Another darker, twisted shape emerged from it, slowly peeling away and taking form. A pair of hollow, glowing eyes stared back at her, and a cold, ghostly hand reached out. The last thing she heard was the door creaking open as the shadow enveloped her, pulling her into the darkness. The next morning, her apartment was empty, with no trace of Aisha except for a faint, lingering whisper in the air.